man that needs no introduction around here. Hey. Jameis Winston, your team is on a bye this week. You, of course, helped us out over the Super Bowl as a special correspondent. And when I found out you were going to be here, all of us were like, let's go.
Excited.
Very excited.
Thank you, guys. The color looks good on you, too, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is a good-looking blue on me. Yes, thank you. But I'm just grateful to be this week's bi-week correspondent. Thank you.
Well, you know what? You are invited every week. Thank you for being here. Let's have some fun today, week 14. Well, those Bears and Caleb Williams have had a lot of success at the end of games, so it got us thinking, why don't we do our own 2-minute drill around here, shall we?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to put 2 minutes on the clock. We're going big topics, fast answers. First up, Jules, which quarterback do you want in the final 2 minutes?
Patrick Mahomes. I'm a Mahomie. Shout out to his charity events.
I'm going Baker Mayfield. You know, not as many comebacks as Caleb or Mahomes, but I get accuracy with him and all the theatrics. I like Baker Mayfield.
Other than you.
I was just going to say put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. But I'm going with Caleb Williams. I just threw everybody for a loop. I just love what him and Ben Johnson are doing.
Everyone's forgetting about Matthew Stafford in the final 2 minutes of the game. Okay, no problem. Charles, the best team in the NFL right now is who?
LA Rams. Don't overreact to them having one bad game. There's 17 games in the season. You're allowed one bad game.
I think the New England Patriots. Look, you can only play who's. That's not. No. They have 11
Best
wins.
record.
They only have 2 losses, and it's the way they've been winning their games. They're a complimentary team. You can house a punt on special teams with Jones. You can.
All right,
2-minute drill. We're on to the next. Jameis, who's the best team in the NFL?
I just seen them with my own 2 eyes.
Wait, what does he say?
The New England Patriots.
You say Patriots too? Okay, all right. Well, looking at the playoff picture, we're going to pop up here for a second. Jameis, who falls out of the race right now?
Man, I'm going with the Indianapolis Colts. I love Dane Jones and Jonathan Taylor, but I just think this division is going to come down to the end, and I think another team is going to win.
Okay, well, more on that. That's a tease next.
Yeah, I think Indianapolis Colts as well.
Okay.
Daniel Jones hobbled a little bit. You lose Sauce Gardner. You're going to need all of your weapons coming down the stretch. I got Indy.
1-3 in their last 4.
This hurts me to say. The Baltimore Ravens. Ooh. I think they're going to get left out. You look at their remaining schedule, 4 of the last 5 teams they're playing have a 500 or better, record.
Coach got to call a timeout. Honestly, come on.
Well, you
Coach
don't
needs to call a timeout.
You do. What?
We need to spike it.
Okay, well, we got 13 seconds left. So who on the outside is looking out that's going to get in?
The Houston Texans.
Houston Texans?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going with the Lions. I had the Cowboys, but the Lions showed that they are mentally tough, and that's what they do.
And we're all out of time, but you know what? Since you weren't here last week, we got to get yours.
Spike
I'm going with the Houston Texans as well.
Okay.
H-Town, baby.
H-Town.
All right. Well, I'll tell you who we're always going with, and that is Jay Glazer. He's going to get us in the know. Glaze, I know that you know Jameis Winston very well.
Jameis, how we doing, buddy?
Man, you guys go way back.
Can I hug him?
You want to come on, give me a little hug.
Bring it in for the real thing.
You're not afraid to hug me?
I love you, man.
There we go.
Not now.
This is why I asked if he's afraid. Jameis came out to train with me in MMA a couple years ago, right? And I'm not going to lie to you. At Unbreakable, I try to break him. I try to do whatever I could to break him, and I couldn't. Like every other player will bring out that we find what your breaking point, move it. Him, I just wanted to break because it's Jameis. I couldn't do it.
He's unbreakable.
I count on less than 5 fingers how many guys I could say that about in all these years, in 15 years doing this.
Aww.
He's different.
But Jay, just what you're pointing to every athlete that steps foot in your doors, man, I'm just grateful for that because that year actually helped a resurgence in my career because I went on to have probably the best 7-game stretch of my career.
How about this?
By training that Unbreakable. So I'm grateful for you. I kind of put it in the same boat as your first charity golf game. You don't really have no golf game. You have all these men that have your size giving you lessons and doing this and that. But if you keep going and you keep fighting and never give up, you find a way to develop at least a short short.
Oh
my God,
I love that.
All I heard there was best year ever, so I don't know what your contract was, but I only 15%, that's fine, no problem.
Here we go, he wants the 10%. Hey,
so
couldn't break him. Couldn't break him.
A chipping game.
A chipping game? Okay, well, speaking of quarterbacks that are looking to come back, Jaden Daniels returning for the Commanders. What do we need to know about him?
Well, Charles is asking why. Well, actually, I'm going to tell you why. The reason why Jaden Daniels coming back, and I asked, I talked to Dan Quinn about this yesterday. He said, look, he's still a young quarterback. There's still things that we have to help develop in his game. One of the big things also is how to keep himself out of trouble. And I know a lot of people say, hey, just put him on the bench there. No, we still want to develop him over time. He is going to wear a brace on that elbow, but he's a full go.
So the Eagles losing to the Bears back on Black Friday. They get the Chargers today. Some conversations about Sirianni getting more involved in the offensive play calling. What do we need to know?
So, yeah, he was more involved this week, at least in the team meetings. But I think there's also trying to be more of a collective idea. I know some players came to him and Kevin Petula with some play ideas, actually. So I think they said, hey, let's try and come together and try and fix our offensive woes.
Okay, last but not least, Pittsburgh, Baltimore. What do we need to know in this one?
What you need to know, people don't know, is that they just had Adam Thielen, obviously. He just joined the team this past week. Well, he's going to play a lot today. Depending on the personnel groupings, could end up even starting. Also, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, he is signed to the active roster this week. So he's going to be in also. So 2 receivers in this week that have not been at all for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they're going to play a lot against the Ravens.
We're going to need that.
New look.
Glaze, thank you. We will see Glaze throughout the rest of the show. Thank you so much, as always. We asked America to vote on their favorite Jameis-ism, and it's eating a W by 49%. We like them all. I mean, do you have a favorite?
America, thank you so much for choosing to eat a W, but unfortunately, the only thing that tastes good that day was the cocoa butter on my finger because we did not eat a W that day, but I ate plenty of W's other times.
Big fight that day. It was a big fight that day.
It was a big fight.
Does that stuff just come to you?
What?
In the moment, just like all of your Jameis-isms, it's just all right
The
here?
wisdoms.
Man,
He ain't scripted.
It's God-given wisdom.
Yeah.
There it is.
You know, it's
Hey,
just-
by the
it's
way,
just
those
there.
of us who grew up in the East Coast, we don't cry about getting snow, dude, at all. The other way. Oh, the other way.
You know, I
Man,
love
you
that
got to
snow.
shovel your
When
driveway.
you move to the South,
Yeah.
you start crying about the
That's what I'm
snow.
saying.
Well, you have a way with words, obviously, so we're going to have some fun with it. We're calling them dropping wisdoms, okay?
Yes.
So starting off, we got a bunch of big games this week, but we want to talk first about that AFC North, the game between the Steelers and the Ravens. Which team is going to eat a W in this one?
This is the AFC showdown we all have been waiting for, and I think it's going to come down to who dominates the line of scrimmage. I believe the Ravens will be snacking on a few W's in December, and I think they start off with Pittsburgh.
I think this is going to be a battle of the QBs. Lamar Jackson only 48 yards rushing the last 3 games. That's the worst in the 3-game stretch where he started. Hasn't scored a touchdown rushing or passing in those 3 games. Aaron Rodgers under 200 yards the last 3 games. 47% completion percentage last week, worst since 2020. Battle of the QBs.
Okay, Charles.
But here we go. Lamar Jackson, 20-4 the month of December. I got the Ravens.
Snacking
Hey,
on
real
W's.
quick on Lamar, right? You and I were talking about it earlier. Lamar Jackson this week got stepped on in practice on Wednesday, and he's been banged up a lot at the latter part of the season. So I think he took Thursday, hey, let me just rest and get my ankle better, get everything else better. Worked on Friday, no limitations
He'll
today.
be
Good.
A lot of noise about this game. There's been a lot of noise in Pittsburgh
Yeah,
about the
Mike
head
Tomlin,
coach. There's way too many good football players on that Steelers defense for them not to come together to play for Coach Tomlin. I'm going with the Steelers in a big upset.
Is this the last
go.
year we see Tomlin in Pittsburgh?
Maybe.
Okay. Eagles looking to get hot inside Club Dub on Monday night. So, Jameis, will Philly pop that thing in the oven against the Chargers?
Did you just pop?
an excellent
that thing.
opportunity they have to pop that thing in the oven.
Why don't you pop that
Talk
thing?
about
Show
the-
us how you pop that thing.
the patience, the consistency of Jalen Hurts and his Eagles. I think the temperature, they're going to turn the heat up. They got to turn the heat up after last week.
Yep.
But the temperature is going to
350
be
or 375?
just right for them to bake the Chargers on Monday Night Football. I'm a 375, because I like to peek in that up and see what's going on, then pop up out of there.
And I agree with you. I'm going with Philly. Look, the Chargers got a beat-up offensive line. We've been talking about it all year. Vic Fangio's defense gave up 280 yards in rushing last week. They were embarrassed by the Bears. They're going to come out with the purpose today to show why they're the defending Super Bowl champions.
And by the way, Herbert's going to go in this game, which is insane.
Insane.
And I have more on that on Fox.
That's a problem. Beat up offensive
Crazy.
line means beat up Herbert.
Yeah,
That's
for
all
anyone
right.
that doesn't know, had that surgery on his non-throwing hand, but still an
This
issue
week.
there. Yeah, exactly. Saints-Bucks, Tampa holding the slightest lead in the NFC South. Jameis, of course, we know you got history with both teams. Who gets the win
It's
here?
tough for me, but since we talking about bacon, how about us talk about the baker? Mayfield, that is. I see Tampa at home, man. They're playing good. Their defense is starting to turn up at the right time.
Yeah, having Bucky Irvin back gave them a big spark last week. Chris Godwin got into the mix. And then on the other side, no Alvin Kamara, your best player. He ain't playing. He ain't got no shot.
No Alvin Kamara for the Saints, and the Buccaneers have Vita Vea. That sounds like a problem to stop in the run right there. I'm going with the Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers. All right. Last but not least, who is just happy to be playing football right now, Jameis?
I'll take that answer. The New York Football Giants.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I heard
Your
there's
team.
a possibility that the East Coast is going to experience the worst, some of the coldest winters that we've had in a long
Polar
time.
vortex, Jameis.
Right.
And the New York Football Giants have a possibility to win 4 games in a row.
In a row.
After this, in a row.
Huh?
Possibly in some snow.
A possibility.
These are possibilities.
Charles.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm looking at
New York Football
the
Giants.
Cleveland Browns, and I think the Cleveland Browns, they have a chance to really spoil the seasons of a lot of teams that are coming up that are trying to make the playoffs. Kansas
And because
City,
of that guy right
Pittsburgh,
now.
and of course, the great
Is he
Myles
going to
Garrett.
break? Is he
Yeah,
going
he's
to
gonna
break
He might break it
Strahan
today.
and
Yeah.
TJ Watt's
Yeah, he
record?
might break it today.
22 and a half.
Yeah.
He's currently at 19 sacks for that single season sack record.
I'm going with the Bengals. They're happy to be playing today because they got Joe Burrow back, and they were electric last week, only holding the Ravens to 14 points. When Joe Burrow's in the lineup, everyone in Cincinnati believes.
And T. Higgins also.
Now, that's a possibility.
That is
That
a
is
possibility.
That's a possibility.
That's a possibility.
And we're going to break down the rest of that AFC South, shall we? Charles, got a big game between the Jags and the Colts. Who do you like in this one, bud, and why?
I like the Jags. I think that the Colts are dealing with a little too much right now with their quarterback. He's a signal caller, but he's dealing with a broken fibula right now.
Have you guys,
And
anyone had that?
I had a broken fibula. I broke it in 2002, I believe. We went to the Super Bowl, had a surgery, put a plate on my leg, played through the playoffs. And
Of course you did. How much, though, did it slow
hurt?
you down?
oh, it hurt. You know,
It hurts.
took a shot, you know what I mean, to try to numb the pain. But once you get out there and start running around, the pain comes back immediately because my bone was still broke, even though
That's
I had
his
the plate
drive
on it.
leg, too.
Yeah, and this is drive leg. You can see him at times throwing. He's picking that leg up off the
Yeah.
ground, trying not to put pressure on it. And I think that the way that Josh Hines Allen is playing right now, playing at a tremendous level, he's going to have him on the run. And then also, you lose a guy that you gave up 2 draft picks for.
And Sauce
Sauce
Gardner.
Gardner. He's out. Sauce Gardner, he's out for a couple of weeks. So this Indianapolis Colts right now is dealing with some things right now I don't think they're going to be able to overcome. So I'd like the Jags today in this game.
I like the Jags too, and it's because of their run defense. They're 8th in yards per allowed against the run. Right. They're also 3rd in takeaways. Daniel Jones likes to throw the ball away every once in a while, right? He's going to give his receivers a shot.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that the Jaguars coming in with Trevor Lawrence coming off his best game probably of the year, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and he's been gaining a rapport with Jacoby Myers.
How about that?
3
I like that.
touchdowns
Yeah,
in
yeah.
last 2 weeks,
That's
3
good.
weeks, and he's got 210 yards. Like, he's a real ball player ever since they got him in a trade from the Raiders. I like the Jags today.
For sure. Ever since Liam Cohen has been getting recommendations on how to pronounce Duval the right way.
He went Duval.
How would you pronounce it, James?
Duval!
What's your Broadway one?
Duval! Yes.
They all work
The New
for
York
you.
got to me, but I got the Jags.
You got the Jags in this one. Okay, Sunday Night Football, Texans at Kansas City. Every single week we say, are the Chiefs still going to turn this around? Are they going to? If they lose today, you guys, if you're into numbers, they only have an 11% chance of making the postseason. Is there a reality that we don't see Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in the postseason? Yes, it is, and it starts tonight at Arrowhead. Jules, who do you like and why?
I like Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Look, until I see dirt on the coffin in the grave, I'm not betting against them, especially in Arrowhead in a must-win game against a Houston Texans team that hasn't had a real great offense all year. C.J. Stroud, he's back, but even before he came back,
You're not worried about that offensive line for
I'm worried about the offensive line, but they got Patrick Mahomes. I bet you he's going to muddy the
No
game
Josh
up. It's going to be
Simmons.
very situational. I'm a Mahomie. Shout out
He's
to
a Mahomie, man.
his charity event, the Mahomies. The Mahomies.
It's challenging for me to even consider going against head coach DeMeco Ryans and his tenacious defense. The Houston Texans defense has led this team to 4 games in a row. And with C.J. Stroud getting back in his groove, going to Arrowhead, December football, it will be an honor to lead your team to a victory against Patrick Mahomes and head coach Andy Reid in December, man. Go get it, CJ.
The Houston Texans defensive line has a new nickname,
What's that?
the Grave Diggers. They're going to be putting some dirt.
Get out of here, man.
But you know what? To me, it's, we all know the names Hunter and Will Anderson, right? But if you look at Danico Autry, you look at Sheldon Rankins, you watch the violence in which these guys play. DeMeco Ryans, his theme for this team is swarm. And when you turn on the team, you watch these guys swarm. Al Shire, the linebacker, watch the aggressiveness that he plays with. This defense right now, with a hobbled up offensive line for the Chiefs that you just mentioned, they're going to get after homies today.
Everyone forgot
All
about
the little
Spagnuolo. Everyone forgets about Spagnuolo and Chris Jones. It's about to be a vintage day today.
All right, going back to that AFC South for a second. When it's all said and done, Jameis, who wins and why?
Man, honestly, the AFC South has been mid at best the past few years. But this year, it's some excitement coming on. Some David Gerard, Steve McNair, Peyton Manning-esque
the old school,
back into this division. I just feel like with 3 teams hunting in the playoffs, I think Houston Texans, I think they're going to pull it off, man. Back to you. They're swarming. Their defense is just tenacious, and they play together.
The identity of their head coach, D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah, I think the Jags, I mean, they're up right now in the division, 8-4. I think they continue, for the rest of the way their schedule, I think is favorable to them. So I think they keep the records over the Houston Texans, who I like to get in, but I like the Jags to win the division.
Okay.
I'm going with Duval as well. I think the Jags, they really do have an underrated defense because they're in the same division as this Houston Texans defense. And Trevor Lawrence, this could be his breakout year. He's been to the playoffs already. Let's see him get back.
Good when you have Rob Gronkowski and Jameis Winston on the same set. I mean, my gosh.
Yeah, you guys ain't Fox Bros.
It's all love.
Fox Bros. I'm
And
a little
you guys,
jelly.
and you missed each other in Tampa. That would have been a time.
Yeah, when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers decided that they were going to go all in on winning the Super Bowl, that's when they decided to bring him in.
Okay.
Well, I can tell you this: the
AB and Tom
legendary
Brady.
stories lasted for the 2 years about you the whole time.
Ooh, give me one. Give me one.
Everyone talked about Jameis.
Give me a story
Thank
about
you. That
him.
makes me feel good. Thank you, Mike
I just let them stay out there.
Thank you,
Oh,
Devontae
okay.
Davis.
I'm not giving
All right.
them up.
I love
Fair
y'all.
enough.
Keep it close to the vest. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what else is close? That race in the in the NFC West. You've got those 3 teams with all having 9 wins at the top there. Rams stumbled last week, but they were able to rebound. Even though they lost to the Panthers, they're still sitting atop the division. So I want to know which team is the best team in the NFC West right now. On the count of 3, say it out loud. 1, 2, 3.
Los Angeles Rams.
Okay, you all say Rams. So Gronk, I want you to start us off. Why are you so confident in the Rams?
Well, last week, I kind of feel like they were feeling themselves too much, you know?
So the loss was good.
The loss was good for them. It happened to us when I was a rookie in 2010. We lost to the Cleveland Browns, to Colt McCoy, and then we won every single game from there on out. And then, unfortunately, we lost to the Jets in the playoffs. We won't talk about that. But, hey, when you get whomped like that in a game that you shouldn't, it wakes you up, and now they're going to take every team serious from here on out.
Okay, so Jules, you also said the Rams. If there's an area of concern for them, what would it be?
I would say their defense right now. They gave up 163 yards last week to the Carolina Panthers, and there was 2 gotta-have-it situations on 4th down. They gave up touchdowns on. But like Rob said, sometimes you need a little loss like this to go into the back end of the season, which we also did against the Steelers in 2018. We lose to them, and after that, everyone's urgency goes up. We didn't lose a game then. They're a complimentary team.
To here.
Okay, Seattle's playing great football, too.
Go from my height to your height.
Why isn't it Seattle then? You also went Rams.
I just have a lot of faith in Matt Stafford and what he's doing, and I think the past few weeks he's been able to be at his highs and experience his lows. So now December football has started. He knows that he has to make an MVP push and be the best he can be.
How
this last
impressive
month.
is it what he's doing in year 17? I know you're in year 11, and putting that into perspective, what he's doing playing at this level.
Well, you can see he's still having fun. Like he's obsessed with football, and I think Sean McVay gave him just a new breath of fresh air. Having somebody that's like-minded with him, being able to mesh those minds together and go out there and compete for championships is something that he always wanted to do. He played championship level caliber football in Detroit, but now he in the sun. It's good weather all the time, and he's winning, man.
And he got great wide receivers.
He does. That also
just sit back and just toss the ball.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
That doesn't hurt. So the Niners, that other 9-win team, and considering the fact they have done this with how many injuries this team has endured from the beginning of the season, do you think they could make a playoff run or no?
Yeah, I do, just because of the respect I have for Kyle Shanahan and what he's done. Kyle Shanahan is the Andy Reid without Patrick Mahomes.
Wow.
When you think about it, Andy Reid in Philly, he was 130 and 93, went to 5 NFC championship games, won Super Bowl, but he didn't win it. They fired him. And he didn't win Super Bowls until he got Patrick. He had 3. Kyle Shanahan, he's taken this team to the playoffs 4 times. And every time he gets to the playoffs, he goes to the championship game. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. The problem is he either runs into Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes. So, but if he gets to the playoffs, which I think he will,
Gronk's making a face that tells me
I don't
something
know.
else.
I mean, they got Seattle and Chicago their last 2 games of the year. those are going to be tough.
They'll be tough games.
I wouldn't sleep on the Bears.
We can't sleep on the San Francisco 49ers. That's what we're talking about here, guys. We're talking about the 49ers.
That's true.
You can't sleep on them, but, once you get into those playoffs, we all know this, you have to have the horses. And some of the best teams we played on, that we didn't get to win the Super Bowl because we didn't have the horses. Guys were hurt.
Kerry Kittle's come back.
They don't have Fred Warner or Bosa.
They have their horses.
They don't have Fred Warner or Bosa.
You mentioned
This
offense.
is Saleh's
Healthiest
defense.
team is going to make the biggest
Robert
run.
Saleh's
I don't
defense is
disagree with that.
consistent.
I don't disagree with that. But we got some guys getting healthy on offense. Brock Purdy is back, of course.
Yeah, of course. What did you say, Jameis?
We talking about injuries on defense. Robert Saleh's defense is a true bend but don't break defense. They're a sound defense. You add and place people in those roles, that defense is going to play great football. When the San Francisco 49ers have Kyle Shanahan, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, and Trent Williams, I got a lot of money on them. You can't sleep on guys like that because they got Hall of Fame caliber players.
But what did you say to me at the beginning of the show? Defense wins championships. Do they have enough on that
Defense
side?
wins championships, but offense wins games.
The issue would be getting to the quarterback, not having a Nick Bosa. But again, if you
Fred
can put
Warner.
up points, all you got to do, bend but don't break. But if you can put up points offensively.
What's the playoffs about?
It's about winning.
It's about winning.
dominating
And
line.
how do you win? How do you win the game in the playoffs? You got to control
more points than the other
control
team.
the line of
They
scrimmage.
control the line of
Got to
scrimmage
score
better than
points in
most.
the red zone.
Yes,
No doubt.
touchdowns in the red zone. for
All
sure.
right. Hey, Gronk, Jameis, this is a real treat to have you both on the same set. You guys are, like America's sweethearts.
Yes.
You two.
Just left
Look
you
at
out.
that.
Jules, come on.
I'm not
It's
lying.
okay. Over, man.
Look at get in there.
brothers.
Everyone's group hug. Group
We're
hug.
happy
As we
and we're
go to
singing
break.
and we're
And we're brothers. Give us a
High five.
What would your guys' band be called?
Jameis.
Jameis and the Winstons.
The chocolate chip
Oh,
cookies.
I like that. Jameis and the Winstons. That's very
I know,
good.
but I'm more of a team-oriented guy. I don't want my name to be.
No, you the star.
Yeah.
You the star.
It'll be called
We'll keep
Just the
workshopping
Four
the
of
name over
Us.
here. The Bears have the NFC North lead in December for the first time since 2018. Half a game lead over the Packers. Jameis, you have played this Green Bay defense. What does Caleb need to do to be successful today?
Yeah, I think Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson, they have a great thing going, but I know it's going to come down to a 1970s old quote from Coach Hank Strand.
Wow.
Matriculate the ball down the field.
Matriculate the ball.
Yes,
Let's all
quick.
say it together.
Matriculate the ball down the
downfield.
field. Quick completions, getting the ball out of Caleb Williams' hands, executing first downs in the running game, like getting first downs by the running game and touchdowns in the red zone is going to be the recipe to beat the Packers.
1,000% I agree with you. I like to call that boring ball. Caleb Williams, he's playing football.
What old coach said that? Boring ball.
Boring,
Bill.
But it's the game before the play. It's getting the right play call for the quarterback, where to run the football. I think the strength of this full football team is their offensive line. Dahlman, Tooney, and Jackson were unbelievable. Right on the outside, and Benedict on the outside have been unreal. They had 280 yards rushing and bullied the Philadelphia
Against
Eagles.
a Vic Fangio defense and a very
They bullied
good,
them, right? And so, I think this game's going to come down to first and second down for the Chicago Bears. If they can win first and second down and continue to matriculate the ball downfield, you stay out of third down. You stay out of third down, Micah Parsons doesn't become a problem.
Yeah.
So I think
Micah
that's
Parsons
how they have to
and
win.
his 12.5 sacks. He's had 6 in the last 3. So Charles, Jordan Love had his best game on Thanksgiving against the Lions. How can he continue that today against the Bears?
Well, today, it's all about the turnovers. Talk about his best game. He had 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Didn't give the ball to the other team. He's in for a treat today because he's playing against a team that's led by Coach Al Harris, passing game coordinator, who has been preaching, take the ball away.
They
have
lead the league in
26
takeaways,
takeaways, 8 games with 2 takeaways, 17 interceptions, and 3 players with 4 or more interceptions. Yeah. So Jordan Love today has to take care of the football. This team, total defense-wise, they're 27th. The Bears are. So,
as a guy that was good at taking the ball away, you're out there and you're scouting Jordan Love. Where can you get after him?
Well, the thing is that Jordan Love's going to give his guys a chance.
Yep.
So you just have to be in position because he'll scramble around, he'll give himself time to throw the ball. But if you're not in the position to make the play, you know what I'm saying, that's your problem because he's going to give his guys a shot. So you just got to be in a position. If you are, then it's 50-50 at that point.
A reminder, too, the temperature of this game, 16 degrees. I mean, both teams are used to cold.
Green Bay.
But yeah,
Football weather.
Nasty.
Matt LaFleur is 13-3 at home in the months of December and January. Who do you like and why, Jameis?
I love the Packers.
Okay.
Just because I think Jordan Love is going to give his guys that 50-50 opportunity on situational footballs, third downs, and in the red zone. They've been coming up.
Yeah.
Jules?
I'm going with the Bears, okay? Who did Ben Johnson call out in his first press conference?
He did.
He called out Matt LaFleur and how he likes beating him twice a year. If you want to be the bully, this is the game to go out and bully. I'm going with the Chicago Bears to bully the Packers today.
Said with a Chicago accent.
Chicago.
Chicago Bears.
I'm looking for Jordan Love to do what we just said, take care of the football. He's 7-0 when he has 0 turnovers. So no turnovers today, Jordan Love. Go, Pack, go.
What's this
Come on,
defense
keep going.
do?
What's who's defense?
The
Bears. They take the
take
ball
the ball
away.
away, but today we are not going to give the ball back to the other team.
You are what you are.
They packing up all the balls and taking
You
them
are
away.
what you are, boys.
Well, you better
They ain't
pack
giving
up
them away.
your
No
jackets.
pun intended.
Aaron, good
Packing
luck
up the
staying
balls.
warm in that one. Joe Cool, always calm, cool, and collected. I'm so bummed. I was supposed to do this interview. I got stuck in Detroit because of travel issues, but Joe
Don't
Burrow.
talk to me about travel.
I
The
know,
snow.
we
See,
know.
snow. The
But this, for Joe Burrow, you talked about it last week, Jules. He's got that juice. When he's in the lineup, he ignites everyone around him. Does he have enough juice to lead Cincinnati into the playoffs?
Well, anytime you have to rely on other teams losing this, that, and all this, it's tough.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to do everything in his part to get his team there. I think they can win out. I think Charles is going to go in on that schedule, but Joe Burrow in that lineup made that defense only give up 14 points last week
let's just look at that since you mentioned the
to the
schedule.
Baltimore Ravens.
Let's just talk about that. So they've got
Buffalo, Baltimore, Miami, Arizona, Cleveland. The only game away is at Miami. So 4 of the last 5 games are at home. These are all winnable games for the Bengals.
And there you see the schedule on the screen there as well. So what do we need to know, Glaze, before this matchup between
first
the Bills and Bengals?
with Josh Allen, we always talk about, he's got to do everything, right? Everything's on his shoulders. Well, he gets a little help today. Dalton Kincaid, his tight end, he's been out for the last 4 weeks. He is in today, going to play, and they expect him to have his normal load that he had before he got hurt.
All right. Well, Buffalo, you guys, reminder, 250 yards on the ground against the Steelers. This Bills team. What's going on over there?
I was asking about them tackles from last week.
Oh, okay. Offline. All right. What we do know, though, is that they were able to run all over the Steelers. Charles, how do you expect them to attack this Bengals defense?
Yeah, I think, it's all about Aaron Cromer, the offensive line coach. He does a great job with this team of every week him having a different look on how they run the ball. But within that game, they'll make the same run look differently with different players in different positions. And so they just got to continue.
So how hard is that for a defense?
Well, it's hard because you're looking at something that looks different because you got a receiver who's into the formation. He's blocking down. Then all of a sudden you got 2 tight ends, but it's all of a sudden the same play. But you might have a safety down in one play or a linebacker in one of the positions. So you're not really quite sure how to fit it as a defense in the defensive line. So Aaron Cromer will have a theme this week on how to attack this team, but continue to get the ball and feed James Cook so that Josh Allen doesn't have to be
weather. Last time I saw you, Jameis, actually was when you were with the Browns in that snow game, an unbelievable scene. We were doing snow angels on the field afterwards. You just saw that snow coming down. So you got Joe Burrow versus Josh Allen. How much of that snow is a factor, and who do you like between those two?
We all get an early Christmas gift, getting a chance to see Joe Burrow in his heel toe go in and try to shake a win from Buffalo. Also, we know that Josh Allen, I think, is going to dominate this Bengals defense. But at the end of the day, we get into a toe jam. It's going to be a battle between the defenses in totality for Josh Allen to lead his team to victory against Joe Burrow. I mean, it's at Buffalo. It's going to be a snow globe moment.
You took my joke. I was going to say, I totally know what you're talking about.
Is that game today?
It is toe day.
Toe day.
I love it. All right. Charles, you got something else to say?
No. Who do I?
I don't know. Our producer really wants to have you say who
I'm
you
sorry
like.
about that. I'm actually going to go with old Joe Cool today.
Okay.
I'm going Joe Burrow. We talked about, Buffalo in the run defense earlier in the year. Well, if they're going to try to stop the run, then guess what I got? I got T. Higgins coming back, and I got my main man, Jamar Chase.
Beast.
Joe Burrow, just get the ball to Jamar Chase. If you do that, good things will happen.
He does.
Promise you.
And I'm going to piggyback off of Charles. Look, Chase Brown has had 95 yards in the last 3 games. If you get that defense
Chase
on
Brown?
its heels,
Oh,
the running back for the Bengals.
Jamar Chase? What are you?
No, Chase Brown.
I was like, wait, what happened here?
And once you get that run game going, you get that safety in the box. Like Charles said, you get one-on-one with Higgins, who's in the lineup today, and Chase with Joe Cool throwing that ball. I got Joe Burrow going into Old Orchard and sending him home.
Okay, I thought it was another Neil Hunter situation for you there.
No.
He will make up a name.
Guess what?
I like him. I like a nickname.
I do like a nickname too. All right, to think that all just happened in the last hour. That's what you get when Jameis Winston shows up. Here's what I wish, though. I wish I could have seen you guys all on the field together. That would have been a team.
How about that? We got a quarterback.
You got a quarterback?
And we got a receiver.
No, you got 2 receivers.
I do have 2 receivers.
We also got DB.
Oh, we got a
2 DBs.
2 DBs.
Oh, we got 3
wait.
receivers.
Yeah, we sure do.
Three-phase game, 2
You guys
punt
are
returners.
also-
Punt
We
return?
do this.
Punt return?
Wait, hold on.
guys,
You're
we do
missing.
have a-
You also got another quarterback.
We do got another Q. That's how I get the ball.
You get it. I get it back. I'll throw it back to you.
I love it. Jameis,
Who's on
thank you.
first?
I mean, whoever is on first. I know this. We were all born on third base because
That's
we
right.
got to hang out with one another for
Right.
today. We so appreciate you being here, Jameis. You're welcome back anytime. Thanks for spending your bye with us. Before we go, though, of course, we got to reveal our picks. Julian has the commanding lead, as you see there, with 11 points at the top. So,
Almost.
who do we got today? Big reveal is.
Come on, man.
Reveal is.
What's our reveal?
Okay.
I got the
It's frozen. The
Browns.
graphics frozen. No
I
problem.
got
I'm going with the
Browns.
Commanders. You're going Packers.
I got the
Who you got?
Browns.
Go, Pack, go.
And America is
Myles
picking
Garrett, let's go, baby. Break the
the
record.
Bengals. All right, you guys.
Make that record.
I choose you, Bengals.
Thank you guys for watching. We will
Let's
see
go.
you next week. Fox NFL Sunday starts right.
Let's go.
You got to be a high
Look at who we're lucky to have with us. Their quarterback, Jameis Winston, joining us all.
Thank you, guys.
Mr. Pinstripe, we like it. All right, Jameis showed off some new skills this year. Let's take a look at our precision coverage brought to you by GMC. Now, we've seen you throw for touchdowns, run for touchdowns, but you caught one against the Lions.
The beauty in this is me actually coming back to the football and creating separation, breaking that tackle, and finishing.
You preach that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got to come back to the ball. Rack. It is.
What
Rack
about
it
bringing
is.
that inner Gronk energy out? Get off me,
Man.
boy. Get in that end zone.
Well,
No one can do it like you, brother.
he had some Gronk energy afterwards. Tell us about this celebration here.
Well, we were in the Motown City, so I was just taking a walk down the Soul Train, doing a nice little dance. Then I did a dance called the Boss Up. My great friend Devin Funches, he actually helped me with that.
The boss up?
The Boss Up. It's like you start high and you come down. It's giving me the money. I got the money and I'm bossing up on them.
Okay, TV, don't you dare.
No, you're not.
Them shoulders still got it. I know you got it.
Way too young.
We'll do it for both. That celebration had me thinking, or all of us, about some of the all-time great celebrations in the NFL. So we want to show you some and see if you can name either the celebration or the person that did it, all right?
Okay.
All right, look at this monitor right over here. We're going to show you the first one. What is this?
This is the Gritty.
This
by
is the
Jetta
Gritty.
himself.
That is nice and easy for you, all right? So you got the first one. Second one, we're going to go a little bit old school for you.
Take me back to the old school. Oh my goodness! I know that's Dan Reeves.
Yes. and that's
Is
the
that
Atlanta
Jamal
Falcons.
Anderson?
Atlanta Falcons.
Okay. I see it, Atlanta Falcons.
What's the dance called?
Is that the funky chicken?
The dirty
Dirty bird.
Dirty bird.
You know the fucking
It was something
One
dirty
more.
about it.
One more, even older school. How about this one?
Oh my gosh. Oh man, who is this? That's kind of like Ray Lewis dance, ain't it? Is it? Who is that?
Oh, this is
Okay,
it's the
sometimes when
Bengals.
things are like nasty, messy, you say it's.
The Icky Shuffle.
There you go. All right, you got
That's
2
cheated.
out of 3.
There you go.
I saw it on TV.
Great job.
All right, listen, you're in a very interesting quarterback room with Jackson
Dart.
and then Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
What is it? Tell me about that room. How is it? Is it comfortable for you in there? And tell me a little bit about Jackson
I'm
Dart.
comfortable in every room, I tell you.
Yes.
But I think Jackson Dart is definitely a young superstar, man. He's tenacious, he's relentless, man. He loves football. And today, in this NIL stage, having a young quarterback coming in and committing and putting in the work every single day is required. And Russell Wilson's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I'll take every superpower that I can get from him, man. Just his perspective, just his wisdom and guidance and how he carries himself is very beneficial for our team, man. But, I forgot about myself. And I'll be telling Coach, put me in, Coach. I'm ready to play. Man.
What about the diamonds? I mean, I'm old school for sure.
Around his neck?
Yeah.
I think that's just the confidence that he has. He has a certain aura about him. A lot of people say essence. He has some essence around him. And actually, the diamonds around his neck, they're actually hearts. You know, so he's sharing love.
What's the value?
Well, I don't know where he got them from.
TP, don't be asking how much something costs, man.
I know, but
hey, one of your 2 starts was against Green Bay. Their defense is top 4 or 5 in a number of significant categories. What's it like playing against that team?
It's very challenging because they eliminate the ball over the head. They keep everything in front of them. So you have to take quick completions. You have to establish the run game. I think we did a good job of dominating the line of scrimmage against those guys. We just got to finish more in the fourth quarter. But that defense is good. When you got Micah Parsons on one side and Rashawn Gary coming at you, man, it's really challenging, man. So I'm looking forward to that matchup they have against the Bears tonight.
Well, thanks for being here,
I'm
man.
happy you're a Giant, man.
And I'm grateful.
You represented it very well.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Thank you so much, Jameis Winston, for joining us right
Thank
here
you.
on the pregame show.